like, if I'm in a bad mood, I love good food and the Golden Girls because it's gonna make
Come on, Golden Girls.
Do you like the Golden Girls?
Miss Sophia. That's me.
I'm a Dorothy person.
You a Dorothy?
Yeah,
I'm more of a Miss Sophia type.
Shout out to the Blanches
Yeah.
out there.
Hey, beautiful people, it's Success Mentor Dr. J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Audacious Believer TV. Woo! Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you like this video. And make sure that you are commenting down below. Because my team and I absolutely love to read your comments. Now tonight, we're being joined by the wonderful, the fabulous, the world-renowned, tell them who you are, sir.
Joel James.
So we invited Joel James, excuse me, on the show tonight to talk about laughter as medicine.
Yep.
But before we talk about that, we're gonna ask you the question we ask every single guest. What is your story?
What is my story?
Yes.
Okay, my story is a little black boy from Rochester, New York, in the city, the hood, who moved to the suburbs.
Yeah.
And became a hood bourbon amazing child.
Come on, hood bourbon.
That's a term that I've coined.
That's it.
Hood bourbon.
You better put your trademark on it and get your
I gotta do that. I've been looking into the trademark. That trademark's a little expensive.
Yeah. We're gonna get an offering after this, a cash out afterwards.
A GoFundMe.
Yes. So if you haven't already noticed, Mr. Joel James is a comedian. Not only is he a local comedian, he's a national comedian making his debut soon. But what do you think of when you hear laughter as medicine?
When I hear laughter as medicine, I think about the fact that, you know, I'm a comedian, but I love to be around funny people. Like, that's what I prefer not to be the funny one. I feel like whenever I'm in a room, somebody has to be the funny one. And if you see me making everybody laugh, that's because nobody else in the room.
Nobody else is doing it? Okay.
Right, so that's what I gotta be. And I love being around funny people. I love, like, if I'm in a bad mood, I love good food and the Golden Girls because it's gonna make
Come on, Golden Girls.
Do you like the Golden Girls?
Miss Sophia. That's me.
I'm a Dorothy person.
You a Dorothy?
Yeah,
I'm more of a Miss Sophia type.
Shout out to the Blanches
Yeah.
out there.
The Blanches. They keep the world going around, don't they? Yes. So when you think about comedy and the things that you do, when did you realize that it could be a career, not just making other people laugh?
Well, I started out acting. I did 6 years of dramatic theater at Diva Theater.
Okay.
And my whole life, everybody's been saying, you should be a comedian, you should be a comedian. But I never thought comedian was like
A paycheck.
I didn't think it was like fabulous enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like comedians, to me, when I didn't see them as like superstars. You know, I always wanted to be a superstar ever since I was a little kid. Like
that Beyonce effect on people.
Right.
You walk in the room, they're like, oh my God.
Exactly. Or just like looking really good and dressing really nice. And I feel like Bill Bellamy kind of changed that for me. Like I was like, okay, maybe I could be like a Bill Bellamy, and I kind of like wanted to be like that and be a VJ and do those type of things. Yeah. And then I the acting world, I went to LA and in Rochester, I feel like I'm a 10.
Yeah.
I went to LA and I'm like a 3.5. Nah, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go do some funny stuff. Maybe I should make some people laugh.
Yes.
And I came to Rochester and I did I went to the open mic.
Nice.
And there was like 13 comedians. It happened to be a contest. And I won. I won on stage. And because I had been doing theater already. So all I did was like act like different characters. And I remember I did like Maury. I talked about Maury. And I did the whole act out of how people act. And I ran around the room and all that. And
you are not the father.
You are not the father.
That seems to be the dream. Yeah. We're going to talk about that later. That's a whole nother episode. We'll start a series. So that was literally the event that changed the trajectory of your life, basically. So you said, okay. So for you now, for the young person out there who's like confused about, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, what advice do you have for them?
I don't want to be what I know, you know what's so funny is that we were just having this conversation, is that I don't understand that, to not know what you want to be, and which is why I don't know if you see, I do vision board parties with youth all around, because I want people to understand that if you, especially with vision boards, I believe in them so much.
The law of attraction.
The law of attraction is so real, and just seeing something. I recently did one ad with Brockport College, and all these students, maybe about 60 students, when I asked them, what do you want to do? Only 4 of them could tell me exactly what the plan was and what they want to do. Everyone said, I don't know, and I thought it was the most crazy
thing. So they just put food on Sally Mae's table for no reason. Y'all out here feeding Sally Mae, don't do it!
because that's what they're told you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Nobody at 18 knows what they want to do exactly. Some people do. Some people do. But a lot of people don't really know. So yeah, it's
they don't call me no more. Yes, but
so I don't know what, to get back to the question, I don't really know what advice to give somebody who doesn't know what they want to do, because that's not really my thing. My thing is to work with people who know what they want to do and to steer them and get them involved in, things
to cultivate that.
Yeah.
That's good. So I know that the stage is a very comfortable place for you. When do you feel most uncomfortable?
I feel most uncomfortable? I feel most uncomfortable when I meet new people. When I meet like new comedians and people in the business, because I want them to like me. So I feel very uncomfortable with being myself, because I think that you're like, when you meet me, you're trying to figure me out so much, you're trying to whatever, you don't really understand what's going on, you don't really know, So that becomes my insecurity, because I see that coming from other people. So like even out in New York, where I was meeting so many different comedians who I see on TV and all that, I want them to. There was some situations where I wasn't myself, and I could tell there's a different dynamic when you meet me and I'm not myself, as opposed to me just relaxing and being my ratchet self.
Woo, come on, ratchet. So how does it feel like not to be able to, well, how do you not compare yourself to those people and still pursue your dreams, goals, and aspirations?
Well, I don't compare myself to people. Nobody really like intimidates me like that, because I don't know. I've always felt very, I feel very confident in myself.
Yes.
But I don't know. You know what also I can relate to is that I posted about this not so long ago. Like, I don't have any envy in me. I don't have any hate. It's like others succeeding really inspires me. You know what I mean? I love people's inspiring. I love people doing good at what they do. I love to watch your interviews and see the passion behind it and how good they are and everybody that you interview. You know what I mean? Like no matter what it is, sharing them just inspires me to want to get better lighting. And
come on, light, because it's everywhere. I got all this bosom out and everything.
Yeah, so I think that just like I look at people as inspiration. I don't really get intimidated or any of that. I look at people. I'm a little jealous of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he got all the. Yes, Michael B.
He's an actor. I want him to do more acting roles and do all that. And he's such a nice guy. Like nobody does not like Michael B. Jordan. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those people. Like he's perfect and he's so nice and all that. So I get a little jealous. Like I wish I could be like seen as look at Joel.
People think about that sometimes.
I think that sometimes it makes me a little scared to be too nice though, because that's a part of who I am as a funny person is that I talk crap, and you look at the objective side of things as a comedian, you have to be negative. That's our job. So me being, sometimes I'm a little nervous if I'm too positive. It'll take away from my funny. It's like when a fat comedian loses weight and they just not funny no more.
Like what happened, boo?
Right.
He's too strong. See what happened? You out here trying to be like Michael B. Jordan. It's fine.
Hey.
All right. He's too strong, y'all. So, I know that you're talking about meeting new people. You met Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I met Kevin Hart.
And you're getting ready to make your national debut. This is a national show too as well. But you're getting ready to make your national debut on his show, Heart of the City.
Yep.
So tell us about that.
So Heart of the City is a show that they've been doing for 3 seasons. This is the 3rd season. Yes. They came here to Rochester, and what happens is they go around to different cities and they pick the comedians, the top comedians in that city. They audition them from an audition tape. Then they pick the top 3, and I myself, Zach Johnson, and Travis Mont happen to be the comedians that they choose out of Rochester. We filmed the show here in Rochester. They flew us out to LA to film a part, and boom, a year later.
Excited about that.
I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about it because I think I did a really, really good job on the show. I looked great. It was all about the appearance to me. You can't tell. I looked great. I performed well, and I'm excited to do that. I think that there's nobody else like me on the show, so I'm excited to just finally be out there for people. I'm excited that my family in the Bahamas are going to be able to watch, that my people in LA, that my people all over are going to be able to tune in and watch. And I want Rochester's episode. It's not only big for me, it's big for Rochester because the episode is the Rochester episode about Rochester. Kevin Hart made us freaking garbage plates on the show. What? Yeah, so it's right. They were disgusting. But it's a about Rochester. So I want Rochester's episode, the fact that we are like the smallest city on the whole season. I want it to be one of the top rated episodes. I want us just to tune in. All you gotta do is Comedy Central. Even if you don't want to watch it, such a DVR. Give us those ratings.
Give them those ratings, dog.
Ratings, dog.
What was your biggest aha moment of the experience of being with Kevin Hart and that whole experience? Like, what was your aha moment? With the whole taping of Heart of the City, I would say, you know what? I would say that to separate the party from the professionalism. I think as comedians, we get a little bit involved in both because our job is at a bar, our job is a party. So I think that there was moments where I kind of intertwined both of them, and I don't really do that anymore. I separate. I wait till after the show to have cocktails and do all of that, and I don't intertwine the two. So that's what I learned. There's nothing that happened, but I was just seeing that nobody else was doing it. right. That's good.
So maybe that was an aha moment, like, yo, these are two separate things. I've always combined them as one big party, because that's fun. You know, you see it at my shows, like, it's fun.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah, it's an experience.
I ain't gonna be hurting my take. So are you ready for rapid fire questions?
I am.
Yes, you are! Favorite book?
My favorite book is The Color Purple.
Ooh. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie is The Color Purple. My favorite comedy, I'll say, is Norbit.
Norbit. Favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian is Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Love Joan Rivers. Yes. And what do you see when you look at the mirror?
I see a beautiful black man with great African features.
Yes! And what has been your biggest life-changing moment just up to this point?
My biggest life-changing moment up to this point? I think that there was a moment in my life where I had nobody around me that knew. Like, my name is Joel Allen. That's my birth name. That's what I made up Joel James when I was like 21, and that just became my name. And then I got popular, and that's Joel James. There was a moment in my life where I had nobody who knew Joel Allen, and it was like weird and scary, and just like nobody who really knows you in your life. I just kind of stirred away from everybody. So getting everybody back. Just sticking to my core people, my core foundation of people that know me. Knowing me is really important. So, yeah.
That's good.
I know I didn't wait to be.
No, you're fine.
I'm supposed to be funny.
No, you're fine. I'm the comedian here.
Am
Move out the way.
You're the funny one.
All right. And to be audacious means to be.
To be audacious to me is to take chances, to be brave, to jump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Follow you online, how they can support you on their show.
Right, you guys can follow me at Joel James Comedy on every single thing.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it.
I prefer Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Those numbers matter. People love to follow me on Facebook. Instagram
What about your Cash App? Because we had an offer we were going to raise earlier. So what was the Cash App?
Oh, my Cash App is at Joel James Comedy. See? Follow me on everything at Joel James Comedy.
Yes! So until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured. How you doing?